Hi guys, do you believe in ghosts? Yes, today we look at ghosts. Seriously, the video today, seriously here guys. So today, on my channel guys, we have a look at some ghosts, seriously. Videos of ghosts, videos of magicians, also people do magic. Ghosty magic too guys, for the last few years. So relax always guys, let's look at extraordinary magic now today, with ghosts and ghoulies and all that kind of stuff, spirits. Because it's Halloween, isn't it? Halloween of course in a few days. It's Halloween, isn't it? So my Halloween special this year, seriously, this one today, let's have a look at extraordinary, with me, Magicalmike, world of ghosts, apparitions, and the real and fake. Where are the ghosts? Where's the most haunted places? Also, look at magic from extraordinary magicians, including Copperfield, doing weird ghost tricks, seriously guys, with apparitions and ghosts. The real ghosts, fake ghosts, I don't know. This video is full of real ghosts, full of fake ghosts. You've got to decide, okay guys? So let's now look at extraordinary world of Halloween and ghosts and ghoulies and that kind of scary stuff that on my video for Halloween, okay? This video's freaky guys. Before you see it, warning right now, this video's got a few freaky bits, okay, before you watch it. Still watching, okay? You're brave. Here we are, some magic and mysteries and ghouls and ghosts on Halloween. This Halloween special magic video. Here we're gonna go guys. Now guys, look at the extraordinary area of ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts guys? Do you not believe in ghosts? Let's spend 10 minutes or so on my channel here, Magicalmike, my channel, having a look at some ghosts in detail guys. Some extraordinary ghost stuff from the UK actually, mainly UK based ghost stuff, because the UK actually is one of the most haunted places in the world actually, believe it or not. United Kingdom, known to be one of the most haunted places in the whole world. It's obviously a country going back 4,000 years. Obviously it goes back to having Stonehenge and the Bronze Age and Iron Age and those kind of areas 4,000 to 2,000 to 4,000 years ago. So obviously there's many ghosts in the United Kingdom of course, and many burial lands and graves goes back several centuries obviously. So UK, very haunted place obviously, isn't it? Full of megalithic and Neolithic monuments and cathedrals and castles and stuff. When we look through some extraordinary places in the United Kingdom, really quite extraordinary, I must say actually, and I'll just talk to you about some of them right now, and also we'll have a look at a little bit in detail at what could be behind ghosts. Are they real or fake? Is it just psychology, or do they not really exist? Why do people even today in 2024 still talk about apparitions and ghosts and that kind of stuff, even though people don't believe in this stuff? Other people do believe in it. It's very interesting, isn't it? So let's log now on some extraordinary stuff about apparitions and the unexplained and ghosts. Here we're gonna go guys. So say ghosts are very interesting, as I say. They're a very fascinating subject of course. I say Britain's a very haunted country of course. I know people around the world watch my videos of magic and illusion. So as a magician, illusionist, I want to look through perspective through the eyes of a magician, illusionist, at exactly what this stuff is about regarding ghosts, and whether ghosts are real or not real. Do you believe in ghosts yourself? Have you seen a ghost yourself? Let me know in the comments below if you think you have actually seen one or not seen one, obviously. And so it's a very fascinating subject, of course. Goes back thousands of years. I say UK is about 4,000 years old, I say, United Kingdom. And so there's room for many mysteries in several castles and houses in the United Kingdom that are known to be apparently haunted. Let's look at some extraordinary places in the UK that are haunted, as I say. Some places you may not have heard of actually. The most haunted place, one of them in England, is actually meant to be a place in Kent called Kit's Coty. This is a strange place. I went there myself some years ago. It's known as Bluebell Hill, and apparently on that many people have seen a ghost white lady on the road there, and some people literally almost ran in and hit her actually on some occasions last 50 years or so, driving up the steep Bluebell Hill in Kent in southeast England. This white lady appears on the road. This place is weird because nearby there's a prehistoric monument which looks like a mini Stonehenge on the roadside called Kidd's Coty. Many people think that this ancient monument, which I think is 3,000-4,000 years old, very strange atmosphere about the place, and the monument has some links to why this place is very, very haunted. But it's one of the most haunted places in England. It's called Bluebell Hill, and a very interesting place. Other place that's very interesting indeed in United Kingdom as well is up north in the northwest of England in Lancashire area. It's called Pendle Hill, and it's a stunning spot in the United Kingdom. It's really weird in the whole world actually, because this is really goes back to 1612, the time of Shakespeare, and this hill actually is full of hamlets and farmland in rural Lancashire. It's a lovely, beautiful place. It's got a very dark past, and probably in the whole planet it's got a very dark past. Because in 1612, 10 local people known as the Pendle Witches were executed there after a trial at Lancaster Castle. Some say the hill is haunted by the spirits of those who lost their lives. There have been a number of alleged sightings over the years. It's a very atmospheric place, Pendle Hill. I know that the witch trials back in 1612 were quite a big thing in the area up in northwest England, Lancashire. But the hill today has been the subject of very experiments by psychic analysis and these ghost hunters, and they've seen a lot of activity up on this place, Pendle Hill, the most famous places in the world for ghosts and witchcraft. If you went there yourself, you probably would agree with it. If you actually went there yourself, it's a pretty freaky place. There's even a shop in the village of Pendle, which is nearby, which is dedicated to skeletons. It's a weird place, seriously. But the place is also interesting, regardless of witch trials, is Aston Hall in West Midlands of England. Red brick manor house. It's been haunted since the 1630s. Sir Thomas Hall allegedly murdered his cook there, and the ghost of his daughter, who he locked away for 16 years until her death, wanders along the corridors of this house. She's known as the Green Lady. It's a very strange place. This goes back to 1620. Another interesting place in England as well, and Wales, is Morgan Country Park, West Glamorgan. This country park is the home of a ruined kind of church called Capel May and Bryn, and apparently people still see monks wandering around the castle actually. I know it's coming to Halloween right now in England and the world Halloween, but it's a very interesting place. It has a lot of ghostly monks being seen around the place, and including also ghostly kids and children. But it's called Margam Abbey. It's Morgan Country Park in South Wales, United Kingdom. This place is severely haunted apparently, with a number of mad monks, and some people see the monks. And one guy actually in the middle of the night was in his car. The monks came up to the window of his car, apparently right against the window of his car, and he had to drive off for this area. Also, it's Skirrid Mountain Inn, Monmouthshire. This is again in Wales. Brecon Beacons, I think this is sort of central South Wales to the west of England. This pub, Skirrid Inn, is highly meant to be haunted. People have often reported doors slamming, loud footsteps, whispered voices. There's also people have died in the inn. Apparently a noose, someone's hanging in the inn. A noose hangs in the historic bar at the Skirrid Mountain Inn. There's a noose still in there today in memory, but it's a strange place. Of course, we're getting to Halloween, so this stuff, when it gets to Halloween, this stuff does get freaky, doesn't it? Also a place in Devon called Pomeroy Castle. Pomeroy Castle up in Devon, southwest England again. This is 15th century wooden and concrete stone structure. This is a big castle haunted by many ghosts, mainly the ghosts of Lady Margaret Pomeroy, who apparently starved to death in the castle about 400 years ago. But anyway, Lady Margaret Pomeroy's ghost still walks the corridors of this castle. What a freaky place, isn't it? Also Whitby Abbey, Yorkshire as well. This is actually where the person who wrote Dracula lived, Whitby, up in northeast England, Whitby area. I actually knew one of the relations actually, Wollstonecraft. But anyway, as I say, I knew one of her I think great nephews was one of my friends, Wollstonecroft. Anyway, very interesting place actually. Whitby Abbey, northeast of England. And again, this is not only to do with Dracula, but there is also ghosts in there. A nun, ghost of a young nun who was bricked up alive in the walls of the Abbey in Whitby, northeast England. Again, her ghost haunts a place too. It's very interesting, isn't it? Also, Duntorm Castle, Isle of Skye, the major place. Duntorm Castle, the Isle of Skye is northwest Scotland, Scottish Isles. It was abandoned. It's built in the 14th century, abandoned at 1730s. But there is also a strange ghost of a nurse maid seen around the place as well. And also, something to do with a baby and baby's voices, screams of a baby there apparently. Duntorm Castle, this is the Isle of Skye, northwest Scotland. Also down south of England again, Pluckley, Kent, the village of Pluckley in Kent, known for film of various television programmes. It's such a pretty village. It's actually known in the Guinness Book of Records, yes, Guinness Book of Records, as Britain's most haunted village. And it's got 12 ghosts, apparently, in this village in Pluckley, Kent. People have seen them. Phantom ghost horses, phantom coach and horses, a highwayman, a schoolmaster, a white dog, and all these things have been seen in this village of Pluckley in Kent. It's southeast England, down kind of where I live. And also the place was Blickling Hall. This is up in Norfolk area. This is linked with Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn, of course, was the wives of Henry VIII. He didn't like her particularly, Anne Boleyn. I think she used to meet him in a place called Hever Castle in Kent. A big castle in Kent, beautiful castle, Hever Castle. Anne Boleyn, anyway, was housed in this place, Blickling Castle, in Norwich, I think near Norwich or something, in Norfolk area of east side of England. And a headless figure is seen apparently to wander around this place, Blickling Hall, Norfolk. But she was actually beheaded, you might know, by Henry VIII in, I think, around about late 16th century, isn't it? Very interesting place, seriously. Anne Boleyn, the anguished wife of Henry VIII, of course, as you know. Very famous person in English folklore, Anne Boleyn. So, okay, this is interesting stories of these various places, of course. These are some of the most haunted places you do your own research. And they're coming to Halloween. It's very interesting, these places, aren't they? Coming to Halloween, isn't it? And looking at these extraordinary places, you know, in England. And some of the most extraordinary places. Well, look, guys, at some magicians too. Some magicians are doing real ghostly spirit magic. Seriously, some of this stuff you banned. It's so freaky. Well, look at this stuff. I remember years ago, some magicians were doing, like Paul Daniels were doing some really freaky stuff at Halloween years and years ago. Maybe it's not allowed nowadays, I don't know. But anyway, let's have a look at some magic done by magicians. Covering the weirdest spirits and ghosts and stuff, that kind of stuff, using magic technology to do it. Okay, guys, so let's look at this right now. Some extraordinary bits of magic with magicians, I think, including Eugene Burger, Paul Daniels, and the Copperfield guys, David Copperfield. Let's have a look at this bit right now, guys. Prepare to be a little bit freaked out on lovely Halloween atmosphere. Here we're gonna go. People do see things happening. We see footage, don't we, on the internet, of tables overturning, people's cups and glasses moving around the place. We've seen many of those kind of things. I've seen footage of people actually caught on videotape with glasses and cups moving around the place. Is it fake? Is it real? You know, a lot of these things can be faked, obviously. Being a magician, you know, you can fake these things using strings and magnets and even hot air and stuff to do these sort of tricks and make these things look really, really real. It's interesting. Back in the 1980s, Paul Daniels, a big magician in the UK, famous magician around the world. Paul Daniels did a big show back in about 1987, 1988, back in England here, where he went to Clarendon House, which is actually since burnt down. Actually, it's down in Surrey, Clarendon House, near Guildford in Surrey, and he actually went in the house, and they said there was a ghost in the house, and he managed to catch the ghost apparently on videotaping a video camera. This is back in 1987. The footage is here of it, and he actually set up a video camera, real video camera, no fake video camera, real videotape, a piece of glass put in front of the camera, an audience right in the room at the same time, and he managed to capture a real ghost walking through a door and going off, I think, to left or right hand side. It's a really extraordinary thing to see this, actually. He really caught this ghost on camera, but later on, of course, because he's a magician, he did admit it was fakery, it wasn't real, but it was a very convincing piece of trickery they used to make the ghost really appear on the video camera, and it really was genuine. I think even Panasonic examined the tape to see if it was real, and it was real. But it was a very clever bit of trickery, actually. In reality, it was using a principle in magic called Pepper's Ghost. We use a piece of glass, and it reflects an image from left or right hand side, and it reflects at 45 degrees or into the camera lens. And it really, this piece of technology, Pepper's Ghost, is very clever, and it just, it goes back to 1850s, 19th century, this piece of technology, but it's a great idea. It's used by Disney in their theme parks, and it just produced quite impressive ghost effects and apparitions of ghosts, so people that aren't really there. So it's a very clever idea. This was used to make this Paul Daniels trick work in Clarendon House back in 1987. Extraordinary stuff too. He also had objects moving in a box. I remember that he had cups and objects moving inside a box, isolated as well, and things like that, without anyone around the place. And you could set remote control or whatever. But it's very interesting using various magical technologies, techniques to make objects move around the place, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's very interesting to see what you can do with magic to make your trickery, to make things look real that aren't really happening, of course. There's even the famous magician in America, Eugene Burger, and he did stuff. He actually had a haunted show close up where he had objects moving around the place and stuff, handkerchiefs, stuff moving around the place. It's all magic trickery, but it does look like the handkerchiefs genuinely haunted. So it's quite impressive bits of technology that were used on magic too. Also, Dave Copperfield back in 1995 did a big show, of course, where he staged on stage every night. Really, he had a ghost cabinet, which is a trick of a haunted kind of ghost cabinet. It goes back a good 100 years to the days of Houdini, where the magician is strapped up, tied up to a chair, can't move, and they put him inside a cabinet, and things in the cabinet move around as though bells ring and things fly around the place. The magician's still tied up in the cabinet, tied to a chair. The spectators examine the magician, examine the chair, examine the ties, and obviously it proves the magician's still tied up. He can't move, but somehow in the cabinet he's inside. Lots of things, handkerchiefs and balls and cups and things fly around the place as though it's a ghost doing it, but it's not. It's actually magic trickery. So it's a really clever piece of magic trickery. So yeah, I mean, Houdini, did actually at the time 100 years ago was very interested in ghosts and stuff, and whether ghosts were existing. And they used to Houdini had seances and to see if they could make ghosts appear instead of the seances, but actually it wasn't really happening. It was all trickery all the time, and even the author of Sherlock Holmes, Arthur Conan Doyle, really believed in a lot of this spiritual stuff, and he actually believed Houdini was a real spiritual entity, and he believed Houdini could melt in and out of boxes and things, and melt underneath doors and things. He really believed Houdini was doing like real spiritual magic, but Houdini was just a magician. He was just a trickery artist, and of course some people kind of do really believe in it. Houdini went out in the 1920s and before that to try and prove that a lot of this ghost and spiritual stuff was just trickery. But it doesn't mean, nevertheless, today in 2024, and it's Halloween coming up at the end of the 31st of October, it doesn't mean that certainly people don't experience ghosts, or they don't experience these things for real. And have you seen a ghost? Let me know in the comments below if you've seen a ghost. You know, I've had myself, I've 1 or 2 weird things happen to me. I've had things move around, you know, and after my father passed on, you know, I had a room with things moving around in it. It was quite strange. Also, I've been in places where I've experienced odd things. I've had 1 or 2 cups and glasses moving around. When my child was about 6 months old, my son, there was a glass that moved in the house, and he was a baby. I remember that, and I remember seeing it move a bit. It was a really weird experience. I didn't see it with my own eyes, and that was weird. It was strange. Could it be paranormal? It's hard to explain it. There was certainly no wire attached to it. So people do experience these things moving around the place, of course, and these extraordinary experiences, of course, as we know. Certainly, you know, I did do a video before on that house in Kent, the famous house, of course, in Enfield haunted, of course, and that's another big case about 1978, 1979, isn't it, of a large haunting of a house with these 2 girls, where obviously believe that the house was really haunted and they experienced poltergeist activity. So that's another big case, and that's a whole another video, that one, of course, isn't it? That's been up to many documentaries and movies and films about that particular case. People do experience these things. It's very interesting. And you look at all these haunted places in the United Kingdom, particularly England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland and Northern Ireland, and you do obviously realise that many people do experience these extraordinary experiences, don't they, of course? It's very hard to say, you know. Certainly in some cases, you know, people maybe experience some really real ghost experience. Other cases, people are experiencing possibly wild imaginations. Sometimes they hear noises at night and they think it's really a ghost. Other people they're very prone to that kind of thing. Other people get deceived and tricked and believe the trickery is really real, you know, and that does happen. Other people, many scientists do believe in many cases that sometimes some of these really old buildings, however, these ancient really old buildings that go back hundreds of years, sometimes the walls act like a tape recorder. I remember Arthur C. Clarke, the great scientist writer Arthur C. Clarke, who wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey, and many books like Childhood End, the great sci-fi writer and scientist who lived in Sri Lanka. He said he thought that the walls of buildings possibly played back images, sounds and stuff from old times like a tape recorder, like the walls actually acted like a tape recorder and played stuff back. So that could be its explanation why there were so many thousands of sightings and there's so many TV shows and programs about this sort of stuff. It is interesting. Certainly no one really knows, and I can't confess I know, as a magician studying the art of magic and, you know, trickery and magic tricks. It can't explain everything. It's very interesting, isn't it? Exactly where all this stuff comes from and how it really works. I think in the future may find out more about it, but certainly I've met people who've experienced things. I'm sure you have experienced things in watching this video, and certainly other people experience these things, and there's many people who have experienced this paranormal type phenomena. And in the case, say, of the Enfield house down in Kent, which is one of the most famous haunted houses in the 1970s, with a lot of poltergeist activity in the house. Of course, even today, the family who are still alive still claim it was real. Though, of course, there were many skeptics who didn't believe in it. Many people still alive today still believe in it, and the family themselves still believe in it and stand by the story. Let me know what you think about it all. Anyway, some very interesting stuff indeed, as I say, with this kind of stuff. It's Halloween, so hope you enjoy Halloween in 2024. It's coming up. And it's a very interesting area. It still preoccupies people's minds around the world, and still making pumpkins and stuff, you know, around the world, where many countries really celebrate Halloween big style, you know. It's a big area, isn't it? So if you enjoyed very much indeed, as always, guys. A bit of a chat there, a bit of a talk there, a bit about some of the most interesting haunted places in England and United Kingdom, where today people still experience extraordinary experiences and things. do with apparitions and ghosts. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Do you believe in ghosts? Not believe in ghosts. Is it trickery? Is it all trickery, fakery, or people got wild imaginations? Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I don't know. It's a lot to think about still. Even today, 2024, I don't think many scientists really know the answer to this ponderous question about these ghost apparitions that people do experience around the world. But there you are. Very fascinating stuff, isn't it? Please subscribe as always, guys. If you like the videos, please subscribe as always, and share the videos. Please do to your friends in magic around the world. Share the videos and check out my channel for lots of stuff for magic tricks and illusions, big magicians around the world. Please do, guys, as always. Enjoy that over here, as always, guys. Free videos, amazing stuff over there, isn't it? Because it's Halloween, of course, guys. You're going to be ready for Halloween trick-or-treating and that kind of stuff. Seriously, I know a lot of you out watch the videos. Halloween is big in the UK. It's also massive in America, isn't it? Okay, Americans love Halloween, don't they? Okay, they do the whole house and Halloween stuff, don't they? Well, that's from my channel. So happy Halloween for you guys out there. Seriously, it's coming up on 31st of October. Happy Halloween, guys. All Hallows Eve, of course. Eve of All Saints Day. So it's interesting stuff, isn't it, over there, guys? So fresh and lovely haunted house over here in the haunted backyard of this graveyard in England. Okay, let's hope you enjoy yourselves. So see you right. Always subscribe as guys. Please like the videos as always, guys. Subscribe as always to the videos, please do, guys. Share the videos to your friends as well. What a magic, please do, guys. Share the videos. Sharing is caring, okay? Like the videos too, guys. So for me, Magicalmike, fresh from the weird, spooky graveyard here in England, okay, guys? And it's freaky out here. Seriously, it's freezing cold too for Halloween, guys. Love you all, guys. Like, subscribe, okay? See you again soon. Don't get too freaked out on Halloween. Get your mask on, okay? See you again soon for more tricks, illusions, and magic, guys. Love you all, okay? Subscribe and enjoy being spooked at Halloween, guys. See you later. Enjoy the video, okay? And ghosts and that kind of freaky stuff. It was freaky, this one, wasn't it? Love you all, guys. See you soon from Spooky Halloween, guys. Love you all and bye for now.